Hey everyone, it's Sean and Letitia here again with the kickback.
So, thank you for tuning in. This week's topic is going to be about marriage. Now, we had a comment from King's Enterprise Productions asking us to discuss marriage within young adults and the importance of it and how it kind of affects us and our wider family. So I'm going to begin by saying, for me personally, marriage is like a business contract. It is you have to be careful with who you're obviously starting off with, because that person, for me, I'm a strong believer that if I get married, I'm not getting divorced. It's not something I see myself doing. It's something I would take very, very seriously. If I was to pick a model marriage that I know, it would be my grandparents. And obviously they've been married for long before my dad was born.
What do you believe? Do you believe that's for because of the time that they come from?
Yes, I do. I believe that the fact that they've come from a different time where it is very much kind of the norm to get married. You know, it's always, you know, you leave home, you get married. It was that stepping thing. Whereas this kind of new age stuff, this noon age kind of mentality is that, you know, I leave, I'm free, I do whatever I want, I make myself.
Yeah, I've noticed that. I find that this new generation isn't the same as our grandparents. I find that the older generation, when they made a promise, they kept it. And I find that with this generation, it's very materialistic. So the same way they treat their computers, their cars, oh, well, this is getting old now, this is getting boring, I'm going to throw it away. I find that they treat relationships the same way.
Yeah, I agree with you. I find that, and I think like I saw a quote a long time ago. I always refer to quotes because I'm always reading and picking up stuff. But anyway, yeah. So I saw a quote that basically like kind of laughed it off, is the way like people are with their relationships, and like, oh, so you buy a house, the light bulb blows. What you're gonna do? You're gonna replace the whole house or fix the light bulb? Do you understand what I mean? And that's how a marriage or a serious relationship should be taken into consideration. This is the thing: people date now for fun. People don't date to start a foundation or build.
I find that it's more acceptable nowadays to have children than it is to have a marriage. And that's not me, you know, that's not me judging anybody, you know, but I'm just saying personally, like, it was a lot different back then. Not that I'm saying I'm from that time, you know, I'm quite young myself.
But you're an old soul. You're an old soul.
I just mean in the sense of way back when our grandparents were around, it was more acceptable to get married first, deal with all of that, and then now it just seems like the process is kind of backwards, and it's all about having children. And I feel like there's a fear in everybody's minds that if you have children too late, you're not going to be able to keep up with them. You know, it just seems like, have you ever heard the saying, oh, if I'm not successful by 25, then I'm not going to be shit. You know what I mean? It's just like, I just feel like everybody has this thing in their mind that they need to be something before 25. So I need to have my kids before 25.
There's a time scale. There's a thing. Yeah, I understand that. You know, it's me being over 25. I'm gonna like be honest with you. You're gonna be honest with everybody. Like the night before my 26th birthday, you can vouch for me on this. I cried. I cried because in my mind, I was like, this is where I am. Like, I expected more of myself at that age.
But
And
I was saying to you, like, you know, there's
look,
there's no time frame for anything.
yeah.
You know.
And like, it was more so looking at what I had achieved up until that point. Um, you know, it was, um, yeah, looking at what I had achieved up until that point. It was looking at, you know, where I am, the type of person I am, and you know, the things I still needed to learn and grow about myself, and you know, you can't. And this is the thing. There's, again, no disrespect. There's young people bringing kids or planning to bring children into the world, and they don't even know how to. They don't even know themselves. Like, they don't even know themselves properly, and then they want to bring a child into it.
It's at the end of the day, a child doesn't really, any problem that you had before that child, it's only going to duplicate when you have that child, because the problem's still going to be there, but then you're still going to have to pamper and care, you know, for that child. I was thinking, it's not even necessarily just our generation.
Yeah.
I find that it's 80s babies as well. Like, it's not just our generation. I feel like our parents before, like, you know, our parents,
Yeah.
not necessarily our parents, but I'm saying, you know what I'm trying to say. But I find that it's been the same with them as well. And then they've passed it down to this generation. So you can't always necessarily blame 90s babies and be like, oh, you know, it's on us.
But if you think about it, the amount of like our generation who come from, or you know, it's having a broken home is the norm. Like, there's no family structure.
There's no structure.
There's no family structure, and there's no importance of that, you know. And it's kind of like,
do you mean as in this, like, there's no role models?
There's no role models. There's no positive role models. There's no stability, and then people wonder why. There's no unity, and this is what you need in a family. You need stability, you need security, you need unity. If you're not working together to achieve an end goal, and that is leaving a legacy, or raising something to leave behind,
then what's the point?
What's the point?
What's the point?
You know, it's and this is the thing, it's priorities, it's people's priorities on how they are thinking about, like, how they feel about marriage.
Now, personally, I feel, because my mother was in her 30s. Like, my mother was 30 when she had me. And I personally feel that she kept up with me as a child. I feel like she still did everything, you know. But then on top of that, she was financially secure. So I feel like the new structure for things should be, maybe you should have a kid when you're 30, or maybe you should have a kid in your late 20s.
When not necessarily at that age, but
yeah,
you
but
should
just
be,
in the sense of, like, it shouldn't be stigmatized that's so wrong.
But you know what, it's a thing of, I've had this conversation with people, and obviously people have like asked me my age and been like, oh, so do you have kids? And I'm like, I'm not in a financial or in the position to be having children. There's no, and I say to people like, laugh it off, and I'm like, I can barely look after myself. Do you know what I mean? I'm having.
I mean, we're doing all right.
Okay, no, we're okay, but I'm okay. This is the thing, we're okay. Do you know what I mean? Where am I going? Being okay, and then bringing
a kid into this okay
scenario. I should be amazing, where I can provide for my child, or we can provide for our child.
I know, I hear what you mean. It's like, you don't want to just be okay. It's like, you want it to be a situation where you thrive.
Yeah.
You know, and I agree. It's like, I want certain things in line. It's like, I've got a good job, but I want a great job, to where not only I can provide for a household, I can splurge out, like, okay, let's go on holiday every year, you know, bing bang boom, you know, and the rest of it. So it's just, I want to be in a financial position where I'm comfortable. I want you to be in a financial situation where you're comfortable, and then that's the way I see it. But I feel like that should be the mindset. But instead, a lot of people are just thinking about this time the time is ticking, and you know, I need to do this now.
At the end of the day, an accomplishment is an accomplishment. No matter when you get your degree, no matter when you get your first house,
no matter when you get your first car,
no matter when you start your family, an accomplishment is an accomplishment. A stepping stone is a stepping stone. Don't let society kind of dictate where you should be. And this is again a thing about marriages, is people dictating where you should be, because no one wants to put in that work for a relationship. No relationship is perfect. Everyone has their flaws. I have my flaws. You know, you have your flaws. Yeah, I have my flaws. You have your flaws. Yeah, but we work together because we're a team.
But that goes back to what I was saying prior, where people get bored and they just throw people away like material objects, like an old TV, like an old computer. I honestly find that with this generation, it's just, oh, well, she's jarring now, like, let me just throw her away and get someone new. Let me just get this new girl, or, you know, or vice versa. Or, oh, what is he doing for me lately? Like, you know, like, oh, no, XYZ, let me just throw him away.
Attention, like,
you know what I mean? It's just, there needs to be consistency in this generation, and that's what we lack in this generation: consistency
and loyalty.
Yeah, and loyalty.
But for me, it's very important, the wider structure, and it's something that we need to be discussing on a regular basis, because I feel like our generation, the priorities are not right. Yeah, but let us know what you think. Leave a comment. Subscribe. I was going to do that. Subscribe. Like, comment. Follow us on Instagram. That's at the Kickback LS.
Oh, sorry, I can't help it.
Do you want to do this? Anyway, yeah. Don't also forget, we also still have our running the #Ratchet Book Challenge. Make sure you're posting your pictures in to the Kickback LS. Let us know how you're getting on. Put some curlers in your hair. Go to the park and read a book. Like,
put your feet in a foot spa. You know what I mean? I want to see do-rags, the whole shebang, bomber jackets,
everything, vest, string vests, everything. We want to see it all.
Oh, you're going deep in it.
Ratchet Book Challenge. Don't let your image define you. Thank you again. See you guys later. Bye.